David Crosby.
Jesus fuck, man, this guy.
This is for all the lonely
This is actually what I'm gonna look like in 1 year. So
the life has passed them by, and we wonder, yes, we wonder.
Yeah, and this one, his singing voice actually sounds pretty good.
doesn't he look like he's from the same cave as Brainstorm in this?
Yeah. He's like their cousin. Or it's like,
Yeah, they look like they made fire together.
When Homer had the family reunion and there's all those other Homers running into each other with pots on their head. World map, thank you.
While I'm sitting here trying to think of things to say.
It's also Dan Harmon to me. This guy made Community.
In a field somewhere. So it would seem that we still got a
He's got great eyebrow.
way to go.
Let's get into his politics.
Holy fuck, I'm never
Trump
shaving.
beat Hillary in 2016, there was a push to get the electors to go rogue. Yeah,
Was
to
there?
go rogue in Hillary's favor. See, same old song and dance.
This is not Chris Carrabba from
Party
Dashboard.
policy leadership. They can do it.
He actually
but
looks
you
hotter
do
than
it?
he ever did, I think, right now.
You
Last time I saw him.
Conservative, you Trump supporter. You do it? No, you.
Love this angle.
You
This is what it would look like if you were sucking his dick.
That's what I was just thinking. I wanted to come in me.
And what Hillary
I wanted to fuck me face up.
did in 2016 when she legitimately lost. Mike Paralak, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
God damn it.
Flunk.
This guy looks like missed
Ukraine.
pills.
I'm done. My tax dollars going over there to enrich.
You know his
that
hair just smells like
president
dead skin.
and his extravagant lifestyle. Also, did you hear about the all the Democrats
about
reflecting over to the GOP?
You guys hear about
They
this?
essentially become.
You hear this? You see this?
It won't do them any good though
folks, you hear
because
about
of
this?
the rising Patriot Party. Also, did you hear about
Also,
possible Trump RFK
go
ticket?
wash your fucking
That would be
hospice
very
hair,
funny
man.
if that
I
was
hope it
real.
happens.
Look at that.
I made a video about
He has
that a
that
while
like
back.
greasy hair that just
I
stands
hope
up and you
Robert
can
proves
see
me
through
wrong.
it like the hair on
The
Honey, I Shrunk the
Democratic Party
Kids.
does
He
not
looks like he's in
follow my identity
hospice.
name. Mike
His
Barrel,
hospice
thank you for
hair.
your time.
Dying man head.
So this was Caffeine and Roses, and found the guy while searching arguments with my dad, which very well placed comment because here's his dad.
You. This time with a little bit of help.
I love
from
his
my
dad's real
father.
hair.
Yeah.
He's got a message that he wants to share with the world, and we're once he shares the message, we're gonna see.
Looks like he got. Looks
If,
like his son's got the mother's
gets any of
genes,
it-
huh?
any
Billy
attention out
Mitchell.
there in the world, because that's,
No, he cloned his
where
son off of one
ultimately
of his
these videos
moles.
get posted once I'm done making them. But anyways,
He's 9 years older than his son.
People agree with his message. I'm not sure what it is yet. He hasn't told me. But
His son's still, it's still, son's still
we're gonna
catching
share
up in
some
age.
Thank you,
thoughts and
Anonymous.
opinions, and we want to see if
His son is speed
there are
running
people out
age.
there that agree or disagree with my father's message. So take it away.
What's your message?
Hi, I'm Paul Paralak. I'll be 69 in 2 more months.
Nice.
And,
Just Luke asked, thank you for the 12 months.
It's been 50 years since
You've had
this
sex.
country has been normal. And the reason why it's not...
I love the son reacting to what he's saying, kind of like I'm reacting to the video.
Hold on, yeah, I want to hear every. I'm sorry, I want to hear every word.
This country has been normal. And the reason why it's not, and we're in the mess we are in today, is because of greed. There's been so much greed. And a lot of it's because of the devil and the way
All right, now
that
he
the
lost me.
society
This is Jimmy Dore.
has been gone in the wrong direction. Back in
L demons.
72 and 73, 1972 and 3, everything was fair. New cars were your 1 week check.
That is the
For
standard
the
measurement
poor,
of.
middle class, and the rich. Everything was fair for
a good
all
society.
people.
How much cars cost?
When children graduated high school, they
It's
were
a fucking
able to
weird
buy
video,
homes
dog.
down the street from their parents.
He's sitting there staring at
Homes
us.
were
I feel like I'm tied up.
30,000,
Yeah,
35,000.
Yeah, you
all they
wake up
needed
after
was
passing out.
3,000
This is what
down.
you
I feel like my
see.
mouth's
got-
about to get pregnant.
Homes
Look at 'em.
by their parents. Teachers only made
Unlawful says he has AI
$1.50,
generated
$2
hands
more than
somehow.
a factory worker. College was optional.
I mean, it still is.
Everybody got married after high
Edgar, thanks for
school.
the 28 months.
Had
Thank you.
children.
Unlike my son.
People were picking Carpenter songs. The Carpenter songs for
You know how
the
little
weddings.
kids throw rocks towards birds? They're not really trying to hit
Weddings were
them.
only
This
a
guy still
couple
does that.
grand
Trying to
for
hit
the
them.
reception hall. Things were normal. Everybody was happy. We had no recessions or anything like that.
Dak.
Raises were only like, what, 10, 15 cents a year? You know, the cost of living.
Oh my God, this reminds me of the movie The Loved Ones.
Everybody was happy.
Yeah, that Australian horror
Until
movie
they started this
where they drug the guy and he wakes up with
and
his fucking
teachers, yes,
hand
they
nailed to the table.
deserved $1 or $2 more
Dude,
because
the sun is blinking once
there
every
were
3 minutes.
kids that
I've just been looking at Dad and I look
say,
over and he's still fucking staring at me.
the parents had how you say
He looks tired.
their children were a little smarter than the teachers actually.
Oh,
Children are
really?
smart.
They actually taught the teachers a lot.
When I was in high school, they had
actual Trailer Park
had
Boys
to have so many
characters.
kids graduate,
Rick, you gotta push
or
me
they
inside,
didn't
bud.
get money from the state. So I was a quiet kid in the background. You know, I didn't make no trouble because I was in band.
Berries and cream
I
hair.
had to
just said you were a
have
choir
band
kid,
practice
and you were
after
in- now you're-
school. So I was in rock band. So I did all
Rock
my
band,
work at
rock and
school,
roll, let's
all my
go.
homework
Now back
and
in the
everything.
40s.
Around a bit
So
strong.
I was always quiet, so I would get passing grades.
I'm a dribble.
But there were kids that got trouble all the time, made trouble, throw spitballs at the teachers.
Bro, is your dad
said
younger
the
than you?
Swear words to the teachers.
And they throw a
pennies at their
spitball at me and they
heads.
get in trouble.
I mean, like, I had
This is
one
seriously
teacher
like a
was a
fucking,
counselor. And he took
Like he's
me
playing
out,
both characters, just in a fat suit
'cause
on the
he said
left.
He was a nice
I
guy.
know.
He took me out, and I went to other schools with him.
So crazy.
And when I was in detention
clumps or
class,
whatever.
and
Little
he used
Brennan,
to let
yeah,
me
right.
smoke in his car. He took me to McDonald's. We had coffee. And I seen one day where a kid threw a penny at his
And I
eyeball.
saw a baby and the
he
baby
showed
looked at
me
me.
up above his eye. He had a dent.
And we
in
wore
his
an onion
skin
on our belt,
above
which was
his
the
eyeball
fashion at
from
the
the
time.
penny.
And I saw a
And I
fly
told
and the
him,
fly
why
saw
didn't you
me.
smack him in the hand
This
with the
guy's so
ruler? 'Cause
fixated
they
on
used
people
to be
throwing
allowed
pennies
to
at other
do
people.
that with the bad students until they had a PTA meeting.
Somebody should use
And the
somebody
the
should use
parents
this song
said,
as like
"Oh,
a bumper in their
don't want them
post-rock
doing
song like
that to our
Godspeed, but it's lame as fuck.
And they didn't consider
Wow,
the
this
teachers
is a special one.
that
see.
that stuff can cause brain damage. The pennies they're throwing at their heads.
And yeah, they don't
and
throw
they
pennies at the
get
teachers
hit
no
in the
more.
eye.
They don't sleep on the beach no
So
more.
Why don't they?
I told my son
man.
1 week recently that that they should have had back then where the officer was there and took them to jail. They considered a teacher's safety. I'm throwing pennies at a teacher. Like,
Someone shut this fucking
but they
zoomer up.
didn't do that.
We're not
back
stopping
then.
with the
They were only
pennies.
concerned about
Fucking
the
TikTok
students.
zoomer.
And they
Out
got
of touch.
They should have been
You
concerned
have,
about
you
the
have to take a
teacher,
drink every
too.
time he talks about the
'Cause
penny.
that can really hurt somebody throwing
Oh, I'm gonna get
pennies
fucked
at
up.
Everybody else started seeing that, and everybody else said, well, if they're going to get more
We are
money,
back.
we want more money too, just
Man.
like how it was today. You see, it's all greed. Everybody wants more. Everybody
Hell.
wants to wet their beak. And that's
Everybody
the root
wants
of
to wet
evil,
their beak.
money.
You're
And
muted, Aaron.
that's why we're in the mess we're in today.
I wanted to put on some
You see?
post-rock.
And what does
to,
it say in the Bible? It doesn't say anything
do Michael's
about
point.
money. It says love and children and family.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Money
Game's over.
is the root of evil, and that's why we're in this mess. It's devil's crap.
How many more
That's
hours of
why
this? There's 5 more
personally,
minutes
I
in this
don't go
video,
to church,
Brian.
because these people pump their children to go to college and all this. College should be up to the children, not up to the parents to push that on them. Parents should be pushing love, family, and children, not
Dude,
money.
I love adding music to videos.
And that's all
Fucking
I've got
so
to say.
cool.
Yeah.
And if you people
Just live editing
agree
shit
with
like that
me,
is
well,
great.
my son's here to say what he has to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hit like and subscribe. You heard the man. There are some finer points there that probably need a little more clarification.
I'm the son.
Overall,
So my dad was pretty.
what I
some
gather
pretty
from
stupid
it is
shit
Heaven
right
on
there.
Earth existed
My dad's an
only
emo
between
zoomer, don't mind
1972
him.
and 1973. And although you wouldn't get any argument from me that we're definitely living on hell on earth in today's world. Whether or not heaven on earth existed between 1972 and 1973 is still
Michael,
up for
you
debate.
have to get me out of this attic. I'll even wear the wig. I don't care.
Okay, there's more. Folks.
I'm going
Go ahead.
crazy up here, Michael.
And I think people should.
This is an incredible video.
When I was a kid, my mother took $30. We worked a part-time job in high school, me and my sisters, and my mother took $30 from us, and she said it was for doing clothes and washing clothes and board, but she didn't take the whole 30. She took 15. She
Okay.
made us sign a paper, and we didn't know what that paper was, but it was $15 to put in a savings account, and that's how we had money to put down on our home and other things. You know,
I never did that for my boy, which is why he still lives with me.
There was a few bad
This guy should run for
parents
office
back
with
then,
that
but
hair.
not as much as today. I remember
Mr. Fingerguns,
asking
thank
my
you.
friends. I went out 2 days a week on the weekends, and I asked them.
Oh, you
"Did
went out
your
2 days a week on the
parents ever
weekends?
take you to
That's
your
crazy,
cousins'
man.
Our birthdays? No. Did your parents ever take you to a movie or out for a pizza? No. Did your parents ever take you to the beach? No. Did your parents ever take you to amusement parks?
No.
Or carnivals or the zoo?
No.
No. And then I said, why did they have
cares?
you? For an award just to put on a bookshelf like a picture? And they said, yeah. I
Yeah.
go,
Oh,
that's
you
were
not
living in
what
the
you take when
post-war
you
Midwest,
die.
man. No one
You
had
take-
money.
I remember when little Johnny did this or little Marie did that. I remember when mom and dad did this. That's what you take with you when you die. Memories. You know, that these people don't know, don't teach
up,
their
Jen?
children nothing about love, about having kids or nothing, just about money, college. That's not how you
Lord
raise a
Ramby, thanks for the
child.
3 gifted.
That's all.
We're gonna tease. We
I
have
wanna-
quite the follow-up video to
like
this
to
one
reiterate
next.
A little bit.
Oh, thank
it's
God.
not always a question of good parents or bad
Oh,
parents.
my fuck.
Sometimes the parents got to work because the system is so messed up that you
Hey,
can't be
I
a
got a
one-income
joke.
family.
Hey, what
to
is this?
support
The
a family.
Leftovers podcast?
Hey,
the
Tina
parents
is
gotta
eyes.
work,
Thanks for the
work,
5
work, work.
gifted.
And then the system ends up raising the kids, and now
Thank you, T. That
look
is
what we
nice.
got.
That's very nice of you
Would
to
you
do.
agree with that?
Yeah. And
We
another
found
thing
common
too-
ground.
Thank you, T.
And another thing too, the government, this is supposed to be a free country.
This is red-green
The government
shit, man.
has no right to tell you how to raise your children, what
This
they
is red
think.
scare green.
We vote for them to make things better for us, not
Savage
to be
Gordon,
your
thank you for
mother
the 36
or
months.
your
That's
wife.
a good name.
What?
They
What? Hold
are.
on.
We vote for them.
Wait, what? Hold on,
Things
let's-
better for us, not to be your mother or your wife. They are. We vote for
Fucking
them
politicians.
to make the interest rates where everybody could
Not supposed
afford
to be
a
your
car.
wife, folks.
To
Yes,
make
sir.
everything where
Yes,
our
sir.
children can buy a
Yes,
home.
sir.
You know, not to be our mother and not to be our spouse. We vote for them to help us.
Yes,
We
sir.
could raise our own children. This is a free country.
I feel like I'm watching
That's
Quentin Tarantino in an interview when he's like 80.
I think that's good for a first video. Maybe we should make a follow-up video next week. What do you think?
Yeah.
We can do this, make this a regular thing here on the Mike Barilak YouTube channel.
I wish his dad had a mic
All right,
in
that'll
4
be enough.
hours to
Mike
broadcast.
Barilak and
Just off the dome.
and
the
father.
Bill Burr style. Give
Thank you
his
for your
dad a
time.
Bill Burr style podcast. I would listen.
All right.
Jesus.
Mike Barilak here
Fuck, God,
with
dude.
the help of Level 42, all the homes
let's see.
that
Who's this
we
look like,
were
kinda?
built
Jack Black,
in,
maybe?
Yeah.
ever lived in.
All right. So he starts
Could
off at 2
be
minutes after
better.
he sings.
Which sounded like, again,
Oh yeah, I love his
by
mantle.
Wild Wild
There's
West,
like
Will Smith,
Outlaw.
only
There's
slowed down.
the Lord of the Rings back there.
Yeah, picture of Outlaw on the mantle.
Anyways, I don't want this to be too long, but I did want to get one
This
out
must be
there and
T-Con
talk about
Tony.
something that happened. So I hope
Picture
you all had
Outlaw
a
on
good
here.
Christmas and everything. Christmas Day, at least during the day while I was getting ready and cleaning house and everything, I had my father on the phone on speakerphone for about 4 hours.
Oh my God.
Most of it was repetitive,
Holy
with him, it
fuck.
usually is, but sometimes when he talks for that long, some new information seeps through the cracks. And boy, did I get a doozy.
I bet you
He was
slipped.
talking to me about this time he paid a sex worker $50
He's woke to
for
call it
some
that.
handiwork.
Right?
He's woke to call a sex worker.
And she was rushing him because she wanted to go on to the next guy, because in that business, that's how they make money. The more customers they get, the more money they make. They can't live on just your $50. They
I
got
say
to go
this
on
a
to the
lot,
next guy
probably a few
and make
times a year about
$50 from
guys
them
we
as
watch.
well.
But this is definitely one of those guys that makes you start eating your lunch in your car when you're on
Yeah.
Which
break
I
at
told
work.
him that
That's why I
in my
listen to have
opinion, that was
earbuds
pretty
at all
damn
times in the
pointless. I
lunchroom.
wouldn't pay somebody 50 cents for something like that, let alone $50. And he says, yeah, I guess you're right. It was kind of dumb. But she was mad at me. I felt bad because she was mad at me. I went up to her the next day and I said, I'm sorry it took me so long to finish, but I'm not used to doing it like that. I'm
Yeah, that's
used
pretty
to
good
doing
impression.
it for love.
You can tell he's heard his dad talk for hours on end for a long time.
But we're talking about a guy who paid a sex worker, which I made a video a long time ago about that, who paid a sex worker
It's so crazy that
to
it's like
perform. I'll say it the way I
a
said
sex
it on
worker
that
and then he's
video
just a
years
dipshit.
ago when I posted
The only
it.
white boy you
For
know
some
who did it.
Oreo
Period.
horse.
Out there.
Oh, you know
Every
what you
single
mean.
time.
CX.
But usually they
Why
say
would
that.
you pay a sex worker to perform that act on them? What the hell? Go check out my other video from years ago. About
Making
that
fun of his
for
dad
more
because he
on that.
paid to eat pussy. So funny.
All right, and that brings me to
Yo,
that
you're
actually
gay,
leads
Dad.
pretty good into the next thing I wanted to talk briefly about, because I am coming up actually pretty quick on 1,000 videos, but I had some commenting dialogue with this YouTuber called "I'm Calling Japan."
I hate his fake laugh. Fuck
That
you.
I commented that we back and forth for a couple of minutes, a couple
whiles.
comments.
Get it out.
Didn't go too good. But anyways, they didn't like the fact that I
Made fun of my dad for eating pussy.
said that
paid
although
to
I
eat
don't,
pussy.
I'm
My
not one of
dad's a
these people
munch.
that worship Trump. I don't possess the ignorance to not recognize the light that his presidency has shined on the ills of our government. And this person didn't like that. So I told him that in reference to the name of their channel,
His
I'm
voice is
calling
so
Japan.
cool.
I said, "Are you sure? I'd be careful next time you call Japan. Are you sure the CCP isn't intercepting your
Yeah,
connection?"
kind of right.
Oh
Artie
yeah.
Lang.
Yep.
And
like
I don't
CCP
understand how somebody
intercepting,
could have
phone
a
calls to
YouTube
Japan.
channel, 17 subscribers,
classic
and
conundrum.
one video.
that we can all relate to.
And
Oh, he's racist, all right.
The channel was at least
I didn't put in the
2-3
real
years
racist
old.
one that I watched
one
earlier
video
today.
and 17 subscribers. I
That's
don't.
why I'm
I don't
surprised
get
he's
that.
saying
But
sex
again, like I
worker.
said,
Yeah,
my
it's
channel, my
very
own channel is
odd.
coming up on 1,000. But this was the first time on social media I actually felt that I needed to block somebody on YouTube.
Uh-oh.
So I did. This person just kept pushing using shaming language, even making me resort to the same thing.
I can't get over the fucking
I
Fellowship
have,
of the
in my
Ring
real
Brothers
life, I have
family.
ended relationships because I did not like who I was,
It's
the
fucking
person I was
perplexing,
becoming
man.
through my association with the person.
My brother Aragorn, he lives in New
This was
Zealand.
the first time it happened with somebody on social media that I felt the need to block the person. I was hoping that there would be some intellectual argument. An intellectual argument would start with this. I'm calling Japan YouTuber. But the person just started repeating my own talking points back at me.
Oh, are they using straw mans and ad
including
hominems?
throwing what I was already saying back in my face, and including shaming or derogatory language, which caused me to resort to the same thing. But I'm owning up to that now. Let's see if somebody wants to let me know in the comment below, because I blocked the person and I have no desire to check their channel, go back on their channel at this point. But this person I'm calling Japan had 17 subscribers and one video.
Damn,
Let's see
what a
if they
pussy.
own up to it.
Doesn't have 60 subscribers and
make a
only
video.
got 1,000
Now.
videos.
I'm making an 8-minute video crying about it.
But if so, cool. If not, whatever. I'm done talking about this. I gotta get back on track with making more videos about the episodes of Lex. I'm still working on. And over the holidays, I did get a chance to finally watch the original Top Gun and the new one, Top Gun Maverick.
Haven't seen it.
The only thing I'll say here is I'm going to do a whole video about it, but the only thing I'll say here is Top Gun Maverick, I enjoyed the original. Like I said, I saw it once when I was like 14 on TV, so I don't know. I don't think that really counted. So
I love how he fidgets so much. I'd love to be in a car with him.
I sat down and watched the original again before I watched the new one, and the new one was everything that I can see why people who love to watch movies love the movie.
This video is called "My Father Paid for a Sex Worker for Handiwork,"
Yeah.
and he's wrapping it up with Top Gun Maverick.
Talk about Top Gun and the guy who trolled him.